say the biggest thing you've learned about this team in your time here?
With a game like tonight, where we have a lot of guys down, we're very small. The fact that we were able to come out and play with the intensity that we did says a lot about our character as a team, our resiliency as a team. We said it pregame, it doesn't matter who's playing for us, as long as everybody does their job and everybody plays as hard as they can, we're gonna win this game. And I think that's exactly what we did. So Golden State's a really, really good team. They got really good players, Jimmy Butler, Draymond, Buddy, Steph. Everybody can really play on their team, and they play with a lot of energy and effort, and I think we matched that and even exceeded that, so that helped us get the win.
And in your short time playing with Kyrie Irving, what does tonight tell you about him?
Yeah, I mean, it reaffirms what I've known since I've grown up watching him and since I've been in the league of how phenomenal a player he is. Offensively, he absolutely put us on his back, 42-7 threes, and then defensively, he makes the biggest play of the game with that charge on Jimmy at the end. So, just speaks to him as a player, his character as an individual, and his leadership for us as a team. He's obviously a phenomenal player, but the things that don't show up on the stat sheet with his hustle and his leadership for us as a team is super important, and I've noticed it from day one.
There's obviously been a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff outside of basketball here. What has Kyrie been like kind of inside the locker room as you guys are going through all this? Yeah,
he's our team leader. He's been a big anchor for us. His vocalism to us during games obviously is very high, and kind of just the spirit of us as a team and as a group, even in the locker room before games, after games, at meetings and whatnot, it's very high. A lot of laughs, a lot of high morale for us, and we need that in a time like this, obviously, when everybody's going through a big transition. So I think it's really helping us. Tonight was a big win for us. That's great for our confidence as a team. We got to win one more tomorrow against Miami going into the break, but tonight is a good start.
Well, why do you think this has been such a seamless transition for you personally?
For me, I'm just being present where I am and kind of embracing the situation that I'm in. Obviously, being traded at any point in the season, let alone mid-season, is tough for anybody. And so, for me, I either have the choice to accept it or fight it, and I think I've accepted it, with open arms, and I've just been present where my feet are, trying to pour into this team as much as possible because that's my job as a professional. So, I don't have time to kind of pout and I wish this would have happened, I wish that would have happened. I just got to be where my feet are and give all the effort that I can on this team to help us win games. So that's really my only focus for now.
Did it cross your mind at all that this team was built to be one of the biggest in the NBA, and there's kind of no choice but to play small right now?
Yeah. We, like you said, we have no choice. We have no bigs basically. Live is out, AD's out, Gaff is out. That's 3 centers, 3 big shot blockers, 3 big anchors to our defense that are out. So for us as a team, when we're playing small, it's on us, obviously, clearly, to play with as much effort as we can, and that's kind of what defense is all about. There's some strategy in X's and O's, but if we play with effort, it'll clean up a lot of our mistakes. And I think that we did that tonight. We came up with a big steal at the end. We came up with Kyrie had a big play, at the end of the game as well with the charge. So I think it just kind of shows, our effort and intensity and our grit throughout the game that kind of led to that moment.
Max, what have your biggest takeaways been through your first 5 games with this team?
Again, like a win like tonight, it's our resiliency and our grit and our effort as a team. That goes a long way for any team that's trying to win at a high level. That needs to be a baseline for us. So I think that's a big takeaway for us, and I think the camaraderie with everybody in the group as well is very, very great in my opinion. I think it helps, like I said earlier, with the transition that obviously everybody's going through. We got guys that are hurt. Being able to have a high spirit, high camaraderie is important for us to be able to put forth that effort to win games. So, overall, I think this is a really good team, obviously from an X's and O's standpoint, but the camaraderie and the way that we band together as a group is also very high, and that's important.
What does it just say when Kyrie, the guy who's carrying the majority of the offensive load, is willing to step in there and take charge?
Yeah, it speaks, like I said, it speaks to his character as a player and obviously as a human as well. He cares more than himself. He's very selfless. You see that in his leadership and his vocalism to us as a team. And then in a play like that, willing to sacrifice his body, being able to make a winning play for us, really, obviously probably one of the biggest winning plays of the game. Obviously he had 42 points, but we don't win that game if he's not there to take that charge. Maybe Jimmy lays it up and we go into overtime, and who knows with that. But he was there, took the charge, gave us an opportunity to seal the game, and we did that with good execution down the stretch.
Max, earlier this week we were talking with Coach Kidd, and he was kind of just praising how seamlessly you fit in. And he just complimented your ability to catch and shoot and just staying in your box early on. He mentioned catching and shooting and creating for others and yourself at sometimes as well. And tonight we see you get into the rack more and even bringing the ball up some. could you just talk about Coach Kidd's trust in you so far, and what do you think is kind of next for you as you get more used to the Mavs?
Yeah, I mean, having a coach that'll trust you like that is super important. I think JJ did that with me even in LA, and Coach Kidd even here too. Two coaches that have believed in me have helped me kind of take a leap sort of in my game. I think this season, it's helped me take a couple steps forward. Obviously, I have so much more work to do, but just the confidence level that I have from two coaches this year that have really believed in me and put me in positions where I can learn and grow. Some positions I haven't been in before. Even on a night like tonight, obviously I'm handling the ball more than I usually do ever in an NBA game, let alone down the stretch as well, with pressure. So those are good learning experiences for me, and Coach Kidd is, willing and trusting me enough to put me in those situations, and so it means a lot to me as a player, and something I want to continue to improve on.
Max, off the court question. I know the last game was a tough one, but it was also your birthday. New city, a new chapter of life for you. So can you walk us through, kind of that day for you, and maybe what your thoughts are in this next year of life?
Yeah, I mean, it was really just another day for my birthday, to be honest, because we had a game, like you said. So we didn't do anything special on that day, but a day prior, I went to dinner with some family and friends. Obviously, like you said, it's a new city, but I have some people out here that I'm familiar with, and they've helped me too with the transition. Some things that you guys don't see, they're able to kind of help me out, free flowing into the city and kind of take me to some spots and whatnot. So my birthday wasn't technically celebrated on my birthday. We had some things that were done before, but yeah, I mean, obviously, like you said, for this next year of life, I'm just trying to continue to grow as an individual. As a basketball player, that'd be great, but obviously I think off the court and who I am as a human being is much more important than as a basketball player. So, yeah.
How do you think the team chemistry is going just a few days in?
Yeah, it's been great. I think, like I said earlier, this is a time of transition for everybody, especially in our organization. So everybody's banding together. We're all leaning on each other to try and win as many games as possible. So it's a new transition, obviously, for sure. When you lose someone of that caliber like Luka, the game is going to change for you. So us banding together and just playing as hard as we can is what's important for us, and we'll kind of figure everything out as we go.
Max, what are your overall early impressions with playing with Najee Marshall, and then his floater? He had 5 made shots tonight. I think every single one of it's like a contested floater. It's like kind of unorthodox, but it's extremely effective.
Yeah, he plays really hard, and he's also kind of a great leader on the floor too. He's very communicative. He's very talkative in a good way. We need as much communication as we can as basketball players on the floor, and his energy and effort, and he makes big plays down the stretch, like you said. He has a big floater to kind of put us up to there at the end, and he plays really hard. There's a lot of intensity on both sides of the ball, and you always want someone like that on your team. So I appreciate him. He's kind of taken me in as well, kind of helped me out just kind of with my transition, and been very vocal with me too. So he's a great teammate for sure. Appreciate it.